The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Bush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense set on first down. Movement here from the tight end. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Now on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Give to the single back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody
fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line.
And first down for the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, it's Scatterbo. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Here comes the two-point try. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
7, Arizona State 6.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Auburn 7, Arizona State 6.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. Finds his big tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gets it out quickly. At midfield, he's got room. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now.
Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He's going to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Defense in press coverage. On second down, he'll let it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Arizona State! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Starting to feel a little pressure. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Offense in an empty set. Back to throw, it's Thorne. Zings it complete to the right. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
The play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
The Sun Devils have it with a first and goal. From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Sun Devils! Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Getting some heat. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll start the return inside his 25. And there he goes. They finally make the stop, and he almost ran that baby all the way into the locker room. What a way to end the first half. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking for a gap. It's Hunter. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Auburn lines up quickly. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Using his feet. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he's dragged down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On fourth down, going to the air. Gets rid of it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2 His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Thorne. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arizona State 18, Auburn 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Arizona State. The defense puts 6 on the board. Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. The hand to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Trying to find his man in the middle. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Here comes the Texas offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game.
You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Back to throw. It's Ewers. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
When they pick up the first against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
He's tackled at the 48-yard line. Brings up. That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after 1, we're tied 0-0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. Makes the catch. It's Bond. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. He's going to fire deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Right on target this time. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Back to throw, it's Ewers. Gets it out fast. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. You might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Grab near the sticks. It's held. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. And the Longhorns looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't get him to the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
To throw, it's Ewers. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And I'll tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Rolls onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for the big play. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. That Alabama offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The run from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And that was good defense again. And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, nice job on 3rd down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those 1st down markers and get that 1st down.
Motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
Now, a 4th down.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 10, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting blocked.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but still counts as a sack.
Bowls his way forward. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback to run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Quarterback will audible. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Alabama.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets...
He's off to the races. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's not just the other team, right? You're fighting against that clock. Nice heads-up play by the QB. He does a great job scrambling, getting the first down, and then stopping that clock.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Caught near the sticks. It's Henderson. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Milroe. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation.